everyone, I'm Serene Mercado and welcome to this special holiday edition of Inside Buena Park. Behind me you can see a lot of people coming out to what is the first annual tree lighting ceremony here in the city of Buena Park. And there's so many special things happening tonight. I hear that Santa Claus will be the one who's going to light up the tree. There's special guests such as Snoopy, and also following the ceremony we're going to have a special recognition to the commissioners and all their efforts and just everything they've done for the city. So stay tuned because this is just starting. On December 3rd, the city of Buena Park held its first Christmas tree lighting ceremony in the new City Hall and Police Department courtyard. Attended by City Council, residents, city employees, and even many of the city's commissioners from the city commissions. Guests were entertained by the Buena Park High School Chamber Chorus with seasonal songs for the heart, and children got the chance to meet Snoopy from Knott's Berry Farm.
All the way from Knott's Berry Farm, another round of applause for our Buena Park mascot, Snoopy. And for those that are a little bit younger, and the ones that are here this evening with family, I just want to remind you that we are going to have a special appearance this evening. My understanding is that Santa Claus is supposed to make a special presentation, and we're going to be awaiting his arrival in just a moment.
And right on time at 6:15 p.m., Santa and Mrs. Claus arrived on a bright red OCFA fire truck. After Santa and Mrs. Claus took their seat for this special occasion, Mayor Beth Swift gave her Christmas greeting to attendees and called on help to light the Christmas tree to start off Christmas in Buena Park.
Christmas. People seem much friendlier this time of year as Christmas Day draws near, and hearts are growing merrier. It's the joy of Christmas. So City Council members and I hope that this event tonight will bring the joy of Christmas to all of you who came, and may joy, that feeling of great happiness and peace, fill your hearts this season, no matter what lies ahead. We are now ready for the lighting, so council members, please join me. And I have a couple of special little boys I've asked to join me. Liam and Logan, will you come on up? These happen to be two of my 12 grandchildren. And thank you, Sharon Quicksilva, for being here. Okay, we're all going to crowd around. On the count of 3, push that big red button. Oh, sorry, that's right. We got to count down from 10. 10. Everybody can join us. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, now!
Mrs. Claus, isn't that a gorgeous tree?
Oh, it's beautiful.
Yeah.
It's wonderful. With the Christmas tree lighting complete, it was time for the second activity for the evening, the City Commissioners' Appreciation Reception. Everyone gathered inside City Hall, and while I spoke with some commissioners, I also spoke with the City Clerk, Shalice Tilton, about why it's nice to recognize our City Commissioners. I'm here with Shalice Tilton, and she's the city clerk. How are you doing this evening?
Great. It's been a great night, and seeing everyone come out for our first holiday tree lighting was just really fantastic.
There's so many great things happening tonight. Not only the tree lighting ceremony that everyone was so excited about, but also there's something very special happening right now where the commissions are being recognized. What do you feel about that?
Well, this is our opportunity once a year to recognize all those commissioners that volunteer their times. They don't get paid, and they serve on commissions, and they serve as advisors to our city council. So we have various different commissions. We have our Parks and Rec. We have our Traffic and Transportation, our Beautification. They're the ones that did this tree. We also have our Senior Commission, and we have our Citizens Advisory Commission that works on federal grants. And I'm sure I'm missing other commissions. We have about 60 volunteers total, and they meet generally once a month and come here and talk about issues of their subject matter, and then they make decisions and give advice to the city council. And they are people who live in the city here. They are really our eyes and ears out there, hearing what's going on in the neighborhood and making recommendations for making our city better. And just really good people, and it's nice. It's our chance tonight to thank them for all their hard work. So we're really excited about combining it with our holiday tree lighting and doing our commissioner recognition on the same night.
And we were speaking with Councilman Steve Barry, and he was talking about how a lot of times the community wants to get involved or they don't know how to get involved. So this would be definitely something that would be beneficial if they're interested to be.
Oh, yes, and we're always looking for commissioners. So on our website, we have, if you visit our city council page and then city commissions, and we have a description of what each commission does, and we're always looking for volunteers to submit an application. So even if we don't have an opening right now, we keep your application live, and we keep it active actually for 2 years. And so when there's an opening, we'll call you in and see if there's something there's still a fit for you to be on a commission. And it's just a really good way to get involved in your city, to give back, to kind of feel like you're a part of this of your neighborhood, part of the larger community, and to help Buena Park grow.
All right, and when we call you up, our in-house photographer, Mike Gersh, who has a day job, but we appreciate his extra service, he's going to take a picture of each one of you at the tree.
So I'm here with my friend Snoopy, and we want to thank you for joining us for the very first annual tree lighting ceremony. And there's a very special commissioner's recognition happening right behind us. So how about you stay here with us and enjoy the show? Snoopy and I are also going to stick around, okay? So for this holiday special edition of Inside Buena Park, I'm Serene Mercado. See you next time.
All right, so first from the Beautification Environmental Commission, I happen to be the liaison, but I've never been able to make one of your meetings because I have an obligation at the Orange County Fire Authority at the same time as your meeting. So I apologize for not being there, and we're going to make sure that next time the liaison can actually make it to your meetings. But Utana Brown, are you here? Juan Contreras is the chair, or was the chair.
How has your experience been being part of this?
It's great. I enjoy it. It gives me a sense of being part of the community, putting in my time, and I feel great. I get to meet a lot of great fellow commissioners, and the guy behind the camera there, he's one of my fellow commissioners, so I love it. It's fun. It's good.
Can you give us an example of something that you would do?
Well, we participate in some of the city public work jobs and help the employees from the city, like spot trees. We go talk to different neighbors and see if they want a tree, for example, from the front yard. Try to promote more landscaping and more trees in the community. So that's one of the things I like to do personally, since I'm a landscape architect. That's what I enjoy. So.
And what are your thoughts on this first annual tree lighting ceremony?
Oh, it was great. I brought my kids to see it so we can be a part of the first time the Buena Park tree gets lit up. So since I love trees, I love the fact that it's a natural tree and it's right here all the time. I love it.
Utana Brown, the chairman for 2011, and Ken McKinney, who I'm calling up now. Ken, you're going to have to take a break from filming. And he was the chair for 2012. So thank you. And now Theodore Macros. Theodore. and Imran Qureshi, current vice chair, and David Weeks. This is the group, so. Yeah, Snoopy in the middle. All right, thank you very much. Next, we have the Citizens Advisory Committee on Community Development, and Councilman Brown is the liaison. First, we have Eddie Cowan. Eddie, are you here? Then we have the current chair is Selwyn Gibson. Next, Harriet Moses. I know Chris Talley is here. Chris, come on up. Dijon Turner and Altaf Wahid. Altaf. And the past chair is Harriet Moses. She was a chair from 2010 to 2012. This group meets usually twice a year, so we keep the chairman a little longer. But Chris, we need your picture to document that you were here. The Fine Arts Commission is next, and Councilman Berry is the liaison. Zulema Banados, Zulema. Josephine Cranston, Joe. Sandra Forsyth, Yi Kwan Kim, Dave LeBach, Becky McGuire, Patricia Mulligan, Kathleen Pitts, current vice chair, Marge Rollins, the current chair, and Ruth Walp.
I've been involved with youth theater, civic theater, summer concerts. Used to be visiting artist. It's now considered exhibiting artist. So, and it's a lot of fun. We have our youth cultural fair. We have our student art shows, both K through 6 and the high school, and then the junior high school art show is part of the youth cultural committee that we have, and the fair that we put on every year around Earth Day.
And what is something that you would like the community to know about the Fine Arts Commission and what you do?
I think it would be great if they would show up to the Civic Theater. We just did the Andrews Brothers, which was a huge success. It was great. Youth Theater, which has been going for years, and every year it seems like the productions get bigger and better. And it's great for our children, you know, to be able to express themselves because they don't have that in school anymore, not the way they used to. And we exhibit art in the city council chambers. We keep it filled with art every year. You know, we have 3 or 4 artists a year that exhibit. And we have our summer concerts, which is free to the community. And also part of that, that's co-joined with that, we have the Buena Park Community Chorus, which I'm also a member of. And we put on 3 concerts a year, our Christmas concerts, which is going to be December 15th this year. It's a Sunday at 3 o'clock, and it's free. The only thing we ask that it would be nice if people would bring a non-perishable food item, and then that's given to the Buena Park Coordinating Council to help feed the needy in our city.
Absolutely, yeah. And we'll make sure, obviously, the community will hear this and see this. And also, just lastly, what are your thoughts on this first annual tree lighting ceremony?
Well, to be very honest, it's wonderful. I thought we should have done this for a long time, and we did have it once before. years ago, almost 30 years ago, before they built the addition on the old city council. You know, they had the council chambers and you had the other buildings. They had a tree lighting service. And it was back, I guess around 84 is when they had it. And then, of course, when they built the new buildings, they discontinued it. So I think it's wonderful that they have started it again.
And the past chairs, Wanda Reynolds, Fine Arts Commission 2011-2012. Wanda, she's here. And Zulema Benados was the chair last year, 2012-13. And thank you all for your service, and thank you, Snoopy, for posing with them. And here's the photo. Next commission. Thank you so much. The next commission is Parks and Recreation, and Councilman Fred Smith is the liaison. So Fred, we're going to need your help. Rick Gomez is the current vice chair. Rick. Gail Cato is a member. Seong Peter Lim is the current chair. Peter Lim. Rose Pearson. John Siebert. Phil Vaca. And Michael Weinstock. Michael. And past chairs receiving a plaque, Gail Cato for 2010-11 and Rose Pearson for 2011-12. Next up, the Planning Commission, and Councilman Brown is the liaison. The current chair is Larry Barstow. Joyce Capel. Jay Jun Chung, vice chair. Jay. Deborah Depp. Paul Gonzalez. Thank you, Paul. Richard McGuire and Jim Scholes. And the past chairs that would receive the plaque tonight are Richard McGuire for 2012-13 and Paul Gonzalez for 2011-12. Thank you, Paul, for your service. All right, next up is the Senior Citizens Commission. Councilman Fred Smith is the liaison for that one. Excuse me. Joseph Mellinson. Leota Moore is the current chair. Robert Peterson. Wanda Reynolds. Wanda. Jenny Richardson. Raymond Rodusky. Raymond. And Patricia Turruff. Pat Turruff is here, yeah. And the Senior Citizen Past Chair, Commission Past Chair, is Pat Turruff for 2012-13. Thank you, Senior Citizens Commission. And now for Traffic and Transportation Commission. And Mayor Pro Tem O is the liaison. Maricela Iniguez. Felix Lopez, the current chair.
You know, transportation is a really very important aspect in a community, and that was given to me by the city when they interviewed me for a position here, and I grow from there. And it is really a very educational and inspiring for me because I've learned a lot myself, even though we're doing a lot of things for the city.
Absolutely. What is something you would like the community to know specifically about traffic and transportation?
Well, our job here is we look at what's going on the traffic side and the transportation side, where we can help regulate. But we are only recommending a lot of those things to the city council for approval or declination. We look at we look at if you need a new street light or a red curb or something like that, or we do other things like a pedestrian lane or something. We're the ones that do all that work for the city council, and then once it's okay, then we will go to the city council. Says it's okay or it's not okay.
Robert Moat, current vice chair. And Tom Woodward had to leave a little bit early for a school board meeting, so he is not with us right now. And the past chairman of this commission is Felix Lopez for 2012-13. That concludes all the commission recognition. Where is our city manager? Is he still here? Mr. Vanderpool, would you come forward, please? And, we have an elected body that makes a lot of policy decisions, and then we depend on city staff to implement those. And the man responsible for seeing that those are implemented is this man right here, Jim Vanderpool. So I wanted you to say a little bit about what having these commissioners do to help the city do the tasks that they are obligated to do.
Mayor, I want you to give our city manager the bells to the city. There you go.
I humbly accept these bells to the city, and I will make you proud. First of all, thank you all for being here this evening. The work that you do is really critical to the work that staff does. We rely, heavily on the city council for policy direction, but of course, a lot of that work starts right here in this room. And so much of the work that you do, that we bring to you as staff, we rely on your input, as you know, to present really our recommendation, your recommendation, and to the decision makers for a final authority on whatever is before them. So really a lot of what you do helps out staff in cutting back on some of the work that we have to do. Not that we're looking for work to pass along, but certainly, you are in the neighborhoods, you live in the city, you talk to your friends and family that live in the neighborhoods, you shop in the grocery store, you get input from, the ground really, right where the ideas come from. And so, that input is so valuable to the city council, and we appreciate the work that you do. We thank you if we get our agendas to you a little late sometimes. We apologize for that, and we appreciate the patience you have with city staff as we put your ideas before the city council. And again, thank you for all the work that you do, and thank you for making Buena Park the great place that it is.
At the earlier event, I told you, a lot of you were there, I told you the quote from Winston Churchill, and I read it online just a couple of days ago, that we make a living by what we get. We make a life by what we give. And then this blogger was talking about, I am making a living, but what is the quality of my life? I want to give like my life depends on it. I want to give like I'm getting a life, because I believe that just might be the nature of the exchange. Let's challenge ourselves to open our eyes to the needs of our community, because it is in desperate need of more than our money. It needs our minds and our hearts. And I know that that is what you are giving, your minds and your hearts at those meetings you attend, at the things, as you just heard Mr. Vanderpool say, the things that you recommend and decide on and send forward to the city council. So thank you for making your living and your life in service to the city of Buena Park. Appreciate you so much.